I see the light, oh baby, I wanna home. Your lighthouse show me the way. Easy was real low, what are we waiting for? You must say we want to say. Baby, man, we are men. Days don't win, you never. Cause your eyes are my prison. I can't tell you, I can't tell you to stop.
And here we are in Miami.
Yes, we are. Nice, sunny Miami, Florida. Colin, I'm pumped for this game. This is going to be an old school slobber knocker, I feel like. This is going to be a game between two high-scoring offenses and two stout defenses. I think we're in for a show today.
Yeah, man, this is not the game that I wanted to play right now. This is a literal number one seed that the Montreal Berserkers are facing here in Miami. But, I mean, you can't ask for a better place to play.
No, I don't think you can. The crowd's hype. The weather's fantastic. Perfect for a football game. And again, I think this is playoff football. The winner here, punches their ticket to Madagascar for the Gen Bowl. And I think we're going to get the best of both of these squads here. I'm excited.
Yeah, the over-under came in at 57 points. Pretty high average that we've seen so far this season, but I would not be surprised if these teams put up 30 apiece.
Oh, easily. Very well within their range to do so.
Easily. Big shout out to the crew here in Miami. I mean, here in the booth, we've got our spicy breakfast burritos and our strawberry margaritas, complimentary, of course, but I mean, what a great way to kick off your game here at 1 p.m.
Breakfast burritos. I asked for a Cuban sandwich, a Cubano, but they're working on it. I'm done with the breakfast burritos. I'm ready for the good stuff. I'm ready to get to this Miami nightlife after the game, to be honest. But you know what? I'm ready to party all day starting with this game.
Yeah, they say that the nightlife here in Miami is the best, and if the Nightmares can clinch a victory, I would assume that it's going to be litty titty out here this evening.
Oh, man, dropping the expanded vocabulary that you've learned while you've been here in Miami. I like it.
I've got a 4-year-old.
That's how your 4-year-old's speaking.
No, but anyways, I mean, we talked about the defense for both teams being lights out, but I wanted to highlight a little bit about these offenses here. First off, for the home team, with Josh Wagner leading the charge at quarterback, has come a long way in the last few seasons, has really progressed as a player, both on the field and off the field. You hear his name a lot. Lots of good things to say about Josh Wagner. Currently sitting at a almost 74% passing average with over 2,200 yards throwing in the first 7 games of this season.
Oh, yeah, and I don't think you can talk about the Miami offense without highlighting their big offseason pickup in Travis Stafford. I think it was a huge get for him, and I think it speaks volumes of why they're here in the position they are.
Yeah, Travis Stafford was a huge pickup there at wide receiver number 1. And then rushing the ball tonight is none other than Zeus Say. Currently, I think he has 6 touchdowns on the season, so he's averaging just under 1 touchdown a game. We should be able to see him get several touches this afternoon.
Absolutely. It's going to be, again, this can be an offense that can just turn it on with the flip of the switch, and they could be scary.
Yeah,
They
but
have
on
the
the flip
pieces.
side, we don't want to forget about all of the, we'll call them firecrackers on the Berserkers offense.
No, we won't forget those guys.
We
Who
can't
could
forget
them?
tight end Cooper Stroker, rookie wide receiver Jeremy Olinger, and veteran Ryan Roosevelt as
That Grizzly
receivers.
veteran, been around for quite a while, has made a
He
name
has.
for himself.
All targets, all those top 3 targets for the Montreal Berserkers are averaging over 16 yards per reception. So I think that if Leroy Lucas Grant can complete some passes, we're going to see a lot of passing yards tonight.
I agree. And the scary thing about this Berserkers team is, if the Nightmares want to try to shut down the passing offense and they focus, they've got former MVP in the backfield, Bradley Davis, who can rip them a new one just as quickly as this passing offense can. Scary combination. You can get it from any direction from this Berserkers team.
Montreal has shown that they've struggled a little bit getting Bradley Davis the room he needs on the ground. We'll see if they've made any adjustments for this game. But I also want to highlight not the first quarterback Montreal's had that's thrown interceptions. This is Leroy Lucas Grant, who's been with them all season. He's thankful for that. Montreal doesn't hold on to quarterbacks very long. But
Yep.
Mr. Grant,
It's kind of a revolving door.
he has 13 passing touchdowns this season, but 18 interceptions. So we will say that the weak link in this offense is their quarterback. So if he has a good game, Montreal should have a good game.
I wouldn't even call him a weak link, but it is a vulnerable spot. If the Nightmares can exploit, Leroy Lucas Grant and cause him, get the pressure in his face and cause him to have a bad game, you're right. It's going to be a long day for the Berserkers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I've just finished my first margarita and I'm ready to hit the field.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
All right. As we go down to the field, we've got the Montreal Berserkers versus the Miami Nightmare.
And it's nice and temperate here. 72 degrees, overcast.
Rompous crowd here. Everyone excited, paying those top tier ticket prices to be here. But they're ready to go. I think before as we're introducing the offensive, the captains, and highlighting some of the names on these teams, I think there's 2 people we have not highlighted in this game, which is going to be crucial to this matchup, which are the coaches. I mean, you got Mike Coco on one side, Colin Pierce on the other, both very established, both very knowledgeable individuals who it's going to be a chess match.
Yeah, I'm gonna say these are some of the best owners in the league. Both of them know what they're doing. This is gonna come down to very minimal differences that are going to make the biggest difference in the game.
Not what I would have done, but Berserkers asking to start with the ball rather than kicking it off and defer until the second half.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They want it now.
I think that's part of that psychological warfare you see between the coaches here.
Yeah, let's see if it pays off for them. I mean, if you can get up and go up points, if you go up 7, that's huge. But let's see how it affects the late game. And we're off. And he takes it out of the end zone. See what he can get here. He dodges one man. Decent return up to the 23.
Yeah, Ryan Roosevelt has been trying his best as a special returns man, but hasn't really had any of those big plays. But this could be the time that he breaks one.
He is a jack of all trades. He could do it if he wanted to. He's not do it if he wanted to, but he's capable of busting a big one. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Montreal starts to try to establish the run game, and it is just stuffed. Loss of 1 right there for former league MVP Bradley Davis.
A simple up the gut play, single back. Let's see if they incorporate their fullback into this next play, or decide to go spread and get a few wide receivers out there.
I think I know there's been struggles with the run, and it's still early and it's looking like it could continue, but you can't abandon it. I say you got to keep pounding.
Yep,
And
definitely.
pound they do. And something breaks right there. Nice gain of about 7 yards, making it 3rd and short.
Good gain. Great block by fullback Tyson Allstott.
He is a beast. Relation to the great Mike Allstott. So if any of that rubbed off, solid fullback for years to come.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see if they can convert here.
Joker's pair. Allstott leading the charge. Great block.
Yeah, and Bradley Davis gets the first down. Ooh.
That's what we need to see from Montreal today, is Bradley Davis with the ball in his hands, getting that first down. Looking good on the run game so far, but we've not seen one pass yet.
I mean, you talked about it. Maybe they're trying to establish this run game early. Let's see if Miami can counter and make the adjustments needed. Ooh.
Dangerous throw.
Leroy rolls out to the right, throws it downfield, but defense is right there. Broken up by number 1 on the back end for Miami.
Number 1 is Jamal Perkins.
Yeah. Huge play there because that could have gone for big.
Yeah, Nightmares have a nasty secondary. We can highlight them here later. Grant under center, handing the ball off again to Davis. Great block by the guard.
Stop it, Miami. Miami to it now. Huge run.
Yeah,
Montreal Berserkers. And Bradley Davis showing why he made a name for himself season after season.
350-pound guard George Williams getting out in front of Bradley Davis is amazing to watch.
Oh, yeah. So agile for such a big boy.
Up the gut again. We've had all but
Only a short
one.
game of one.
Yeah.
Murray did well to kind of stuff that and hold him to a short gain. But yeah, I'm actually very surprised by the overabundance of run that the Berserkers are showing.
I hope that the endurance is
Coco
there.
Can, yeah, it is going to be tiring, but it goes both ways. It's going to tire out the defense. Let's see if Mike Coco can make some of the adjustments as needed. Another good gain for about 4 yards up the middle.
They was trying to put on
Perkins again.
Perkins getting in there for a corner, getting in the meat of that.
Not afraid to make those tackles. Jamal Perkins, solid all-around corner. He makes the tackles. He makes the plays on the back end. Great all-around guy.
We've got 4
Especially for only
wide.
being 5'11".
Really?
It's like he's much bigger. Yeah.
Here we got a pass from Montreal.
Well, wide open, number 11.
Not a name we say very often here, Derek.
Nah, Judd Harold. And probably not someone that the Miami defense was looking for.
No, but I love that Leroy Lucas wasn't afraid to give him a shot this early in the game.
Yeah, some might say he's a little unheralded of a player on this offense.
Look at that haircut. He must be a Marine.
He's here for business. Or war, one of the two.
War. It feels like war here.
All right, and the Montreal continues to march down the field, hits the slant route over the middle.
Great catch by Boudreaux, who is back in the playoffs after sustaining an injury earlier this season. Doesn't seem to be affecting him this afternoon.
No, he's that medical staff over there in Montreal doing well to get him right just in time to help make the playoff run.
Absolutely. Here we've got I spread formation. Grant under center.
Looks like Miami's looking for the pass, and they are, and they break it up right there in the end zone. Big play.
Looks like Olinger was expecting that ball to be thrown a little higher. Hit him in the back of the knee.
But Hakeem Murray not having it. Again, small guy at linebacker at only 5'11", but playing much bigger.
Yeah, one thing that Miami has that a lot of teams don't is they have a nasty goal line defense. So we'll see if they can keep Montreal to 3 points here.
All right, let's see. They pass it over the corner. I can't believe he didn't just stick it in over the line. I don't know what Ryan Roosevelt was thinking, but that seemed like an easy touchdown to only run it out on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, and I think he only needed 1 foot in bounds, didn't he?
He did. If I'm calling, do you challenge
this is early for a no. I don't think you challenge it. I think this is where you give Bradley Davis the ball. He's been chugging along pretty good.
All right, let's see how Miami. They through some luck they stopped him here. Let's see if they stop the conversion, or they don't. Bradley Davis walks it in.
And
Montreal,
Miami is not happy. You can hear the boos from here.
Montreal with first blood. Sharks love blood in the water, but maybe not their own.
No, but that was a great drive, 80 yards.
And I think that's exactly what Montreal needed to do on this drive. They had to score points. If you're going to be ballsy enough to receive the opening kick, you have to go down and put points up. Because if you don't, I think you're stunted for the rest of the game.
Yep, definitely. We'll have Sven Lederhosen out on the field to tack on the extra point.
Having an excellent season himself. One of the big names on the Pro Bowl ballot.
Guys, this is nothing. When we get the lead, let's get back
Is he
out there and
Norwegian?
crack some heads.
I believe so. Oddly enough, Norwegian German, I believe, is where he comes from.
Okay.
Lederhosen being major in those Germanic states.
Okay.
Really just a Heinz 57 of cultural background with Sven Lederhosen.
Yeah, he's been a big part of the locker room. Makes sense why they offer them pretzels and cheese at halftime.
Whoa, early penalty on the kickback. I'm very interested to see what this is.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that would be besides a hold or a clipping.
Yeah.
Oh, a face mask. Looks like it's on the
Wow.
receiving team.
Really?
Oh,
This is
an offensive holding.
Offensive holding. Someone just got a little too excited trying to help break the big one, and it's going to end up hurting them, putting it back on the 16-yard line. Not what you need to see. Number 94 is going to need to clean it up.
Yeah, but this is a 5-star team taking the field here with Josh Wagner as the captain and Zeus Say in the backfield.
All right, Wagner scanning the field, dodging the pressure, hitting the man deep at the 29-yard line for a first down right out the gate for Miami.
And this
To
is
number 89,
Jared Willis. This is what Miami does great, is that if they keep throwing towards the sidelines here, that's where the money's at for Miami. That's what they've been doing all season long, and it looks like Montreal's giving them the space for that.
I mean, I feel like Montreal and coach / owner Colin Pierce might be in a bend don't break mentality and waiting just to find their time to strike.
Yeah, you could be right.
Big stop on the run right there. Number 95.
Does it smell like? Is that? No, that's not bacon. That's James McMahon.
Nick Mahone right there, making the stop, holding them actually for a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
That was just my breakfast burrito I was smelling, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it does smell like bacon up here. Montreal reading the run, stopping them for a gain of nothing. That Palapoi hitting them in the backfield.
Zeus Say not able to make anything happen on this first drive. We'll certainly see them go through the air here on 3rd down.
Yeah, it's looking like they're spreading them thin, 5 wide. See what Wagner's got in the chamber here.
Plenty of time.
Ooh, looking at slants. And he does get it, barely by the skin of his teeth. He fights for that first down yardage.
Yeah, well-placed ball. That is the generic wide receiver. Oh, is it?
It looked like 86 to me.
Okay, might have been 86. I thought that was 84.
I think it was number 86. I think that was Daryl Drayton over the middle there, tight end.
Okay.
Fighting for that yard. And they're going back to the air. Just left
Nobody
so much
around
cushion
him.
right there. Again, Drayton, number 86, once again. Leaving tight end wide open.
Yeah, nobody was around him. Took that out route. It looks like
Linebacker just kept going.
linebacker was going straight down the field.
I'm going to have to assume that Daryl Drayton had options on his route tree, and he saw that the guy was biting for the deep, so he decided to cut it to the out route.
That's smart.
But
That's smart. route running right there.
That is smart route running. We got to see if the Montreal Berserkers can make the adjustments, because right now they are just getting demoralized by these, long conversions here.
Yeah. Again, the out route wide open.
Ooh.
Another first down.
They're colliding. The big catch right there.
Stafford.
By Travis Stafford. Again, major offseason pickup coming over from Charleston to the Nightmares. And yeah, Montreal's got to figure out what they're going to do to stop that, because it's going to eat them alive if they can't figure it out.
Yep.
Oof. Big
Say with a
spin
little
move
shake
to
and
get
bake.
a few extra yards. I thought that was going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a good extra
Say-
effort.
Saying, say what? Say my name, if you will.
Say my name.
Yeah. I need to get that patent and put it on some t-shirts.
Now that would sell.
Trademarked. All right. Let's see if this Berserker defense can make another big stop, and they do. Big
There.
stop in the backfield, dropping them for a couple.
Miami trying a little misdirection there. You saw a counter attack right there, but
number
did not
90.
catch him off guard. Who's number 90?
Everybody use
Kalapui. Again,
Kalapui.
making his name, hitting big in the backfield, drop of a couple yards. Montreal really needs to make a stop here on third down.
Yeah,
and
they're
stop the
deciding to
bleeding.
press up here in man defense, see if that gives them any advantage. It does not, because Wagner can see everything on the field, finds the only wide open wide receiver. Good read, great catch.
Yep. Big number 89, Jared Willis, just kind of hit that late route over the middle, left wide open. Big demoralizing drive or series right there for Montreal. Gain of 6 up the middle. I think this defense is just tired right now. Miami mercilessly coming at them on offense, and they currently just don't have a response. If you were to be talking to this defense, what are you telling them to do, Colin? How do you get them to adjust?
If I was the coach of the Montreal Berserkers right now, I would tell them that they're doing fine against the run. They don't need to worry about it. Okay, you got to stop the run. You guys got to stop the run. Pinch down, get some pressure, clog the middle.
Elton Shields.
Wow, nobody around him. I mean, I say that hole was big enough for a Montreal cheerleader to run through.
Well, maybe they should put some of them cheerleaders on the line, because they are getting ran through pretty heavily.
Wow. Miami threatening big time to put some points on the board here. Montreal playing super soft defense.
But they step up, big tackle in the backfield.
Oh, great play by
Kelton.
Dingle.
Shelton Shields held in the backfield.
Just beautiful.
Crash Dingle has been silent so far in this first drive until just now. But, man, that guy shows up when it's needed.
He did. Dingle. Dingle and dangle. Just quite the combination.
And that
Just right there. Number
is a
89,
touchdown.
Jared Willis. It is.
Is that the Dougie?
That is something.
Well, that's a
That's one of
touchdown,
them.
Derek. That's what that is.
That is. Now it's all tied up at 7. Again, hopefully we don't bet the over, because at this rate, it's going to hit.
And
We
we've
are
got ourselves a
slinging it
ball
here.
game. That is a short kicker compared to that placeholder.
Oh,
Kicking
yeah.
the ball for Miami is Tom Bowman.
Bowman. Yeah, that's right.
And it's good. Everything's tied up here. We have just under a minute left in the first quarter. This is Derek and Colin in the WFA.
Live from Miami, Florida. I just placed my order for some sex on the beach. And maybe if I get lucky, I'll have some after the game too.
I hope they put a curtain between us. I'm not here to watch that. Ryan Roosevelt gets one spin, breaks a tackle.
He was going to break it, because if he would have gotten through that second tackle, he was home. He was a home run, but solid coverage by Miami special teams.
And Montreal takes over at their own 27-yard line.
Highlighting the big man in the middle, number 75. Let's see if this line can hold up.
Going through the air on first down. Bradley Davis can't keep his feet in bounds. That's unfortunate.
Gain of nothing. That is unfortunate.
Looked like he might have had some space.
He did have it looked like he had quite a bit of space in front of him. Shame. You really got to, some might say Leroy had needed to get the ball out maybe just a little bit sooner, given that opportunity to cut it up, but they reset and try again on second down.
4 wide receivers for the Berserkers.
Miami only rushing 3 right here. And
I didn't see a run coming out of that.
I did not either. But he does. Big gain of 8 yards. Bradley Davis up to the Montreal 35.
Almost hitting the 50-yard marker here in the first quarter.
I'd really like to see him running it on 3rd and short here.
Yeah, it seems like that would be an easy decision for the Berserkers, but we'll see if they agree.
And they do. Big conversion there on 3rd down. With some huge blocks, and that's the end of the first quarter. Tied up 7-7.
Switching the field. Get your sex on the beach yet?
No, I did.
Wow, that was quick.
It only lasted a minute or two, but that's pretty much usual.
Wow.
I'm a quick. I drink really fast.
Let's tough it up.
I just put in an order for a fuzzy navel.
Oh, I mean, I have one right here for you if you'd like it.
Already prepared in a shot glass.
Oh no, I just haven't shaved my belly this morning, so you can have it.
That's gross.
Oh, big stop in the backfield by that Miami defense. Bradley Davis with a loss of 2 yards.
Nothing doing there, and that's the defense we need to see from Miami to stop this run game.
Let's see if Mike Kogo is making those adjustments, or if it was just a good play call there. All right, back to the drawing board. Montreal lining up on offense.
One step back from Grant, checks down to Davis, who makes something out of nothing.
Gain of about 3 yards. Left with a 3rd and long, and this is what Miami's hoping to do is keep Montreal in those 3rd and long situations. It really opens up their defensive playbook on how they're going to attack them, and kind of puts them on their back foot to see how they respond to convert.
Yep.
See what LLG can do here. The rush is coming. Pressure, gets it off before he's hit. Oh, just broke it up. Honestly,
good coverage.
Lucky that wasn't picked.
Yep. They were super lucky there. That's going to force the punt and get the ball back in Miami's hands.
Oof.
We'll see if Miguel Coconuts can earn his keep here on this punt.
I mean, Miguel should feel pretty at home here. And he gets it off. Nice looking punt here to hold him deep. And that special teams unit wraps him up deep. Starting now, Miami will start on their own 17-yard line.
That return went nowhere, baby. Yeah.
And that gives Miami a little bit of motivation, I think, coming into this drive. This is a good opportunity for them to take the lead while still getting the ball back in the second half.
Absolutely. You got to see it. Miami capitalize that big stop of Montreal.
Miami will be coming out and shotgun.
Going up, like taking the lead, keeping the lead, and see if they have what it is. Let's hope they don't get behind.
Big conversion over the middle.
Met hard by number 30, Jack Bridges.
Yeah. London Bridge dropped that receiver. It's just dropped right on him. Hit hard.
Can't believe he held onto the ball.
Yeah, you know, he's probably locked up and wasn't moving. That was some lumber laid right there. Miami up to their own 34. See what they're looking to do. Go back to that passing game. Pumps. He's looking.
Oh, there's nobody there.
It's a duck, but they just can't hold on. I think that should have been intercepted.
Yeah, that was
You've
easy.
gotta catch those.
Oh, that was a
You've got to
softball
catch
throw,
those.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hit it. They got hit while he was throwing. Wagner threw up a duck, and they let it hit the ground. For real, there were 2 Montreal defenders in that area, and I for sure thought one of them was coming down with it.
yeah, great pressure by the defensive line for the Berserkers, forcing that incomplete pass.
All right. 2nd and 10. Miami. Wagner overlooking the field. See what they do here. I'd probably say they're running here. There was a hole, but Montreal closes it quick.
Nothing for say. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Yep. Crash Dingle making a name again. Monster player on this Montreal defense, closing that gap real quick.
Oh, wow.
Just a heartbreaker.
Whew,
When
that
you're thinking
hurts.
you're going to hold these guys on that 3rd and long, and then James Walters over the middle.
Yeah, just caught the linebacker turning in his zone there. Just right over his shoulder for the complete pass and the first down to keep the drive alive.
All right, drive continues. Montreal, the Berserkers really got to do something here. They've got to get a stop. They got to respond with a stop. They can't. I don't think they can afford to give up points here. This defense is good enough to make the stop. Number 55. Ooh,
55,
that's
I think
Mr.
it's-
Dangle.
The Dangle is a rookie this season.
The
Been
younger brother of Dingle.
yeah, so
Well, half-brother. Younger half-brother of linebacker Dingle. Big run there by Shields. But stopped short of the first down by number 37.
and that was a quick couple plays. Now it's 3rd down again. Crunch time
It
for
is.
Miami.
Looks like they're going to run it, I'd imagine, here. Let's see if Montreal's prepared for that. Because a stop would be huge for the Berserkers.
Yes, it would.
And they
Oh,
do get
good
it. Just
wrap
like the
up.
shoestrings hold them to fourth down.
Good
Gain
wrap
of
up.
nothing.
Nothing holds
There
on
he is
tighter
again,
than a
the rookie.
dangle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
mean,
Uzi Dangle. Oozing
the-
all over that running back right there.
Those dingles and dangles hold on till the very last minute. You got to pull them off of you. And is Miami going for it here?
They are looking to go for it. They could be just working the draw, try to draw the Berserkers off sides.
Yeah, let's see if
some of
this
them have been prone
championship-
to do that.
Great discipline kicks in.
Or do they go for it? There is no tomorrow for whatever team loses. No, they choose, after not being able to draw them off sides, call the timeout. Going to bring out the punter, who I believe is Roman Boudreau. First time we'll see him today.
Yes, and you mentioned
probably-
that. Oh, there's a nice look at Mike Coco. We haven't seen him this game.
I think he has to be happy with what his team is bringing out so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, Roman Boudreau. Actually, again, a lot of storylines in this game. Roman related to Otis, who plays for the Montreal Berserkers. A lot of back and forth between these two teams.
It's a
Lot of different
family affair.
storylines. It is.
Fair catch called by
Choose the-
Ryan.
Yep, means Montreal starting at their own 11. Gonna have to go the full distance of the field to get some points up. And with them choosing to receive, it's gonna be critical for them to get points before half.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. The pressure's on. Pressure's on for Bradley Davis. Pressure's on for Leroy Lucas Grant.
honestly, and someone who's been really quiet today, rookie Jeremy Olinger, after having a monster regular season, kind of quiet.
I agree.
See what they're looking for, if at all.
Great coverage.
And there he was. Looks like Leroy was thinking the same thing we were, trying to get the sensational rookie involved, but Icky Butler said, no, sir.
Yeah, what a great play by Icky Butler.
Turned his head, saw the ball, swatted it away, finished the tackle out. Just textbook by the Miami secondary right there.
It's the difference between an incomplete pass and a touchdown for 80 yards.
Yeah, that is. All right, back to the drawing board for the Berserkers. Let's see what they bring up here. He
Hits, he throws.
Way to turn it around and catch it.
First catch of the day from Cooper Stroker.
Oh, what a smooth stroke it was for that first down.
Yeah, they say that they're just glad that his dad's allowed back into the events. Scott just joined the server. He's back in, so he's allowed to come to the games now. And I mean, what a great time.
I mean, I'm glad. I heard he floated here down the river to Miami. Tubed all the way from Oklahoma.
Oh, what a stop.
Ooh. Miami defense all over it, stuffing Bradley Davis in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards.
Number 95 there, Moore Rivers, was just untouched.
Ooh, all right. You got Montreal looking deep.
And there's the first interception. Oh,
He read that all the way. Butler again showing why he is good as he is. Read that pass all the way, picked it.
Yeah, Icky
Montreal's
Butler
probably lucky
again.
he didn't return it for more. Just read it the entire way.
Wow, what a read. What a play.
Butler giving Olinger all he can handle this afternoon so far. That is a matchup I wasn't expecting to be as big as it is been, but it is showing that is vital.
Yep.
All right, let's see what Miami does now on the short field. Kevin Shields averaging 2.8 yards per carry today.
Wait, is it Shields or Say?
Elton Shields has been in the game.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting move by Miami.
Huh, they must have got rid of Say. Oh, what a catch.
Time catch by none other than Travis Stafford. Showing why he was so sought after in the offseason. Just a beast, both in the return game and as a primary receiver.
And a bold strategy from Stafford, leaving a team who did well last season, really well.
Yeah, but I think maybe he knew something we didn't about that team, because we see where he is and where that team, his former team, is now.
That's
his former
true.
team's on the couch watching his game. Deep end zone. Did he get his foot in? He did. Touchdown, Travis Stafford.
Wow. I hate that.
He is him.
What a catch by Travis Stafford. Just burnt his coverage there.
Yeah, that deep fade route there, and just happens to get 1 foot. Nothing he can do. Outstretched arm. Perfect safe ball by Wagner.
Wow.
Coach Colin Pierce can't be happy with how this Montreal team's done. I mean, there are some highlights, but I know he is fiercely talking to his guys on the sideline, trying to figure out how they're going to respond.
Yeah, and he's picked up a bad habit from one of his assistant coaches from last season. And you see him, he's already broken 3 clipboards here in the first half.
It does happen.
50-minute game. We're in this to the end. That's right. No need to panic, fellas.
There's a little pep talk.
They're trying to the offense is trying to get each other fired up. They know what they're capable of. And again, gotta score. Montreal really has to score before halftime, because if not, Miami gets the ball back. to start the second half, and it could just snowball out of here if they don't score some points.
Not be a good position. Montreal is used to playing from behind. It seems like most of their games they bring some sort of comeback in the second half, but you can only get away with that so many times.
Yeah, eventually it's gonna bite you. You know, trying to be the cardiac berserkers too much, and suddenly one day, sooner rather than later,
right.
you're gonna flatline.
Yeah, that's right. Montreal is looking at possibly this being their last game in franchise history.
It's crazy. I know that even in short time it's been in the league, has been a staple of this league, and I don't think they're ready to end it all.
No, they're not ready yet.
For the country of Canada, they're ready. They want to keep it going.
Not a great QBR by Mr. Grant.
I would say if ownership and stuff stayed, chances are he wouldn't have a job next season after this game. But who knows what the Berserkers choose to do. One man who will have a job is that man right there, former league MVP Bradley Davis. What a story on that guy. I know it's been beaten to death and talked about all the time, but back up at Clemson, unseen, never wanted, taken, drafted super high, ridiculed by the rest of the league, and kind of showing that some people are smarter than others.
He goes on to win a Gin Bowl. What an effort for the first down by Bradley Davis. Looked like he was going to be wrapped up.
Oh yeah, he putting in the spin cycle right there to get those extra yards he needed to get the first down, and maybe this is the spark that Montreal needed to finish moving down the field with 3 minutes left in the half.
Yep, 3 minutes to go. Montreal's in eye spread.
Oh,
Grant's doing something for himself.
Shook off the defender, taking off. Making it second and short. That's what we like to see here. I don't know if that's what Coach Colin Pierce wants his quarterback to be doing.
No, I hate that. Everybody wants to be like Davis.
Doing his best Lamar Jackson impression there.
A tight end on both sides. Lead block by Allstott. Knocks the gun over.
Breaking Bradley Davis. Huge run, but not possible if that block isn't made. What a block.
What a pancake, man.
Fullbacks are people too. And 44 dropped the hammer. Ooh.
You love seeing that. He was another one. Did you see
that? he was behind the play and he's like, not today. I'm getting mine.
He's dishing them out like those breakfast burritos this morning.
Definitely one of the top fullbacks in the league. Maybe not the top. Some other fullbacks who performed very well this season, but a good guy.
Yeah, yours is good too.
Hey, he only has like 6 touchdowns on the season, not bad for a fullback.
That's awesome. And it is a 2-minute warning. Montreal down by a touchdown.
2 minutes to go, all 3 timeouts, plenty of time. Now, it has been suspect if they use their timeouts appropriately. Let's see what they can do here. They've got all the time in the world. 2 minutes is a lifetime.
Yep.
Looking deep, hitting short, just read perfectly by the defense. Probably lucky that number 52 didn't pick that off.
Yeah, that was a good break on the ball by Brown.
Yeah. And if you're number 11, you got to come back to the ball. You just can't stand there. You can't wait for it to get to you. Go to the ball, go up, high point it, and turn around and try to get some yards.
That's good advice.
All right. It looks like they're probably going back to the run, leaning on Davis to get him some more yards.
Up the gut with 2 lead blockers.
And he breaks it to the 10, the 5, touchdown, Bradley Davis. Montreal needed every yard. They needed those points.
Wow, and I cannot compliment the blocking enough for these Berserkers, but making it look easy for Bradley Davis.
Number 44 on to the second level, blocks 2 guys right there. I'm telling you what, I know it's not flashy and it's not what the crowd wants, but if you're a football enthusiast, that's what you love to see. And I'm calling it right now, 44 should be player of the game right now if they go on to win this game, because he is making all of this possible. I'm gonna have to call the coach and make sure, if nothing else, he gets a game ball after the game if it goes Montreal's way.
He'll get a big old fat sticker on his helmet at least. And that ties up the game with the extra point from Lederhosen.
Yeah, but solid series by Montreal, but I have to say it leaves a lot of time on the clock for Miami to possibly score and then get the ball again after half and score again. This is the defense of Montreal has to be ready to play hard for the next minute and 50 seconds because they cannot give up points here.
Absolutely. Miami is fully capable of scoring in less than 2 minutes.
Big special team wrapped up and stopped. Stafford, again, I've said his name a lot, but he's a distinguished return man. I'm pretty sure he has a few tutties on returns under his belt, so he's capable of busting one as well.
Absolutely.
Great job by Montreal special teams.
While everybody's at it, why don't you bust that like button if you like what you're seeing here. It's all tied up, getting ready to go into the half.
Again, these teams are fighting for their WFA lives here. The player here, if you lose, you go home. The winner, next stop, Madagascar for the Gen Bowl.
That's where everybody wants to go.
Yeah. Make sure you have getting all your vaccines and shots, because I'm pretty sure malaria is
what was the
high
shrunken
this time of
head
year.
thing that was?
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that.
Montreal or Miami will need to invest in smaller helmets for season 10.
Oh boy.
Miami in a bunch formation.
Wagner gets it deep.
Way! Way! Stafford!
I thought that was picked all day. In double coverage, Stafford just goes up. It looks like he wants it more. I would have swore that was going to be picked.
That was an unbelievable effort. Absolutely amazing.
This is scary. Montreal's got to get a stop here, a sack, some pass breakups, because, again, they cannot let Miami score before half.
Miami
first down.
making it look too easy. Wow.
Drayton having a big game at tight end here.
Yeah, that tight end out route is money all day for Miami. Montreal will have to make some halftime adjustments for sure. There's no way that they're missing that. I mean, you got to see that if you're the coach.
I mean, my fat ass could make that catch with that much freedom on the field. I'd probably get a first down too. Probably good for one play the entire game, but I could do it.
Miami not out of field goal range. Let's see if they decide to play it safe or continue to get greedy and go for the 7 points.
I don't know about you, but I was just brought one of these fancy liquid cocaines, and you should definitely try it. It's a Miami specialty.
Oh, really? Liquid cocaine?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
No, it's delicious.
Wow.
As we get another first down for Miami, 52 seconds on the clock.
Whoa,
Big break up.
What's he doing? Hitting it with his helmet on purpose. That was weird.
Probably could have picked that if he didn't put in the theatrics. But
Yeah.
either way, great pass breakup.
Yeah, that was wild. Looked like he purposefully tried to hit it with his noggin. I don't know. I'm not a football player, but I'd say try using your hands next time.
All right, 2nd and 10, about 49 seconds on the clock. Miami's driving. Let's see if Montreal can continue to put up a stifling defensive effort here. The 3rd and 3, big out route to who else but number 80, Travis Stafford.
Travis Stafford is an absolute animal. Great play, great concentration.
Keep his feet in bounds, complete the catch.
He's practiced that a few times.
That was well defended, about as well as you can defend that out route. The corner was all, or the defender was all over him, doing everything he could without outright holding him. So,
Yep.
it's hard to defend a perfect pass and a perfect catch. All right, 3rd and 3. This would be a huge stop to hold him to a field goal, and they do. stuffed, only a gain of 1, 4-2. Now Mike Coco has a decision to make. Do you go for it or do you take the points?
You always have to take the points this early in the game. Take the lead, take the
You're taking
points.
the points here?
Yeah, you're taking the lead regardless.
With the team leaving 43 seconds, Montreal is capable of scoring in 43 seconds. But in the playoffs, I'm going for it. I'd go for it right here. I wouldn't even blame them for it.
I don't
2
know,
yards,
man.
You're getting 2 yards easily against this team right now. And if you could go up by 7 and then get the ball back after half, absolutely go for it. Let's hope they don't lose by 4, because that could be the reason.
I think the spread for today's event was Montreal minus 4.5.
Well, they make this. Tom Bowman.
Good kick. Right down the middle. And now if you're Montreal with 39 seconds left, all 3 timeouts, you do anything crazy before half?
You're doing great. No, I'm slinging it, man. I'm going deep. Again, quiet day for Olinger. What I don't want to see is 3 runs, 3 and out, and walk into the locker room. I want to see some aggression here by the Berserkers and in making at least an attempt to get those points.
Now, I want to remind you, before halftime of a game we saw last week, we watched Boston come out running the ball before halftime, ended up scoring an 80-yard touchdown.
It is possible. And if there's anyone that can do it, former league MVP Bradley Davis.
But I don't see a running back, do you?
No, Leroy Lucas Grant out there to pass. Hitting it deep over the middle. He just cannot hold on. Ryan Roosevelt just couldn't hold on. That's a rare drop by Roosevelt.
Yes, it is. Looks like it was in his hands.
And he just couldn't hold on. He's not gonna be happy after that one. Ryan, I know, expects more of himself.
Yeah, that's one you got to catch.
I think he has his mind on the Journey concert he has scheduled to go to later in Miami tonight. Just not thinking about the game he has to play. Because these receivers from Montreal have been quiet all day.
Yeah. Oh, and a catch, but got himself spun around.
Do you call the timeout and try to go for it, or are you just going to let time run?
No, call timeout.
Let time run out. Looks like they're satisfied with just going into half without.
Don't understand how this game works.
All right, let's see. Maybe they convert and they go long as a Hail Mary. I think so.
Okay, a catch that doesn't matter, and it's going to take us into halftime.
With the conversion like that and the first catch by Olinger today, if they would have called a timeout and left them some time, they probably could have got themselves in the field goal range.
Maybe
Poor clock management by the Berserkers right there.
Yeah. And that's going to take us to halftime. Montreal's down by 3. Your total is 14-17 here in Miami.
Staff's really got to talk to owner Colin Pierce. The lay off the margaritas on the sideline, and maybe he would have called the timeout.
No way. All right. You need a break, or are you good, Derek?
I do need to get something to drink real quick.
Go ahead, my friend.
Yep, I'll be right back.
It looks like things are flip-flopped here on the offensive side of the ball. Montreal struggling to get the ball through the air, but doing fine running. Miami is just launching the ball and having uber success today. We should see some major changes here into the second half by both these teams. This is going to be a close one. I can feel it. I hate the idea of it, but man, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm ready to see what happens here in the second half. We'll be back here in just a moment.
We gotta go.
Yep.
All right, welcome back to the second half in Miami. I don't know you all, but the drinks have been flowing freely during halftime up here in the booth, so this should get interesting.
Derek's had a lot of sex on the beach.
On the beach. So much so, I just had to get a bourbon to finish it all off, you know.
You should see all the sand.
After good session, you just like to sip on some nice, cool bourbon. I'll tell you, it's everywhere. In every orifice and crack that I have, the sand. Terrible.
I cannot imagine. And surprised, just as much as anybody else, that Montreal deferred. Or no, they didn't defer. That they took the ball. Yeah.
They didn't defer. This could be a huge opportunity for Miami if they can put points up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, halftime allows good opportunity for changes to be made, game plan changes.
Yeah.
We'll see if anything looks different here in the second half for Montreal.
Wagner getting out of the trouble, able to get it off, and then you've got Shelton really Shields being able to push through the defense to make something out of that with a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he might have stepped out of bounds earlier, but it's still too early to throw that red flag out there.
And R62, you know, he tells no lies. He sees all straight. He didn't see it happen, so I guess it didn't happen.
We trust him.
Yeah, with our lives. Again, run up the gut for Shields.
Good move by Shields.
Great game so far. Maybe not blowing up the stat line, but coming up in some clutch moments.
Yeah, looking good there with that little swim move, that offensive swim move. Now we're going to start seeing some passing out of Miami. We'll see if Montreal is ready to stop the pass game in the second half.
Oh, intercepted. Big tip drill there. Tipped it right in, and number 28 is there to take the present out of the air. That is huge for Montreal.
Yes, it is. That puts them in good field position to start the drive. And not only that, probably more importantly, gives them a lot of motivation coming into the second half.
Big momentum swing there. DeAndre Williams just keeping his eyes up. You practice the tip drill all the time in practice, and he put it into use. That's what you're supposed to do if you're playing in the back end right there.
Yep.
That's about as smooth of a move as the Makers 101 that I'm sipping on right now.
Oh, I love that.
Makers, for all your bourbon needs.
Not officially sponsored by.
I am an ambassador. If you ever need to talk Makers, let me know.
Leroy Lucas looking like he's turning a new leaf here, hitting his target.
Yep, nice first down over the middle to number 82.
Yeah, we've got eye spread.
All right, let's see what they do. They keep it in Grant's hands, throwing it out to Bradley Davis, who actually kept it in bounds this time. Good gain of 7 yards up to the Miami 41.
Yeah, nobody was covering the flats on that side of the field. Left Davis wide open.
Shout out to all the fans at home watching the game, everyone here who made the trip out to the stadium. This has been a great atmosphere so far, with a lot of time left in the game to go.
Yeah, that's right. And if you enjoy watching the WFA, hit that like button. Give us a share.
Yeah. Subscribe. Keep coming back. 'Cause again, we've got another game, still one more game in this Final Four to go. And
Big
then again,
game tomorrow.
off to Madagascar.
Yeah.
Big game tomorrow between the Whales and some might say the dark horse candidate of the Cavalry. No pun intended there.
3rd and inches. Bradley Davis with tons of blocking.
Plenty of inches there. He got the first down. Having a day at 138 yards, averaging 7.3 yards a carry. Former league MVP, Bradley Davis.
That's a big bonus for the Montreal offense right now, considering their struggles through the air.
Yeah. All right. Leroy Lucas Grant Under center. Let's see what they do here. Miami, really? Oh! I thought he was about to pull that off.
Looked like he was watching that tip there. Thought it was going to fall right back into his hands, but
again, Jamal Perkins all over it, and Ryan Roosevelt just not being able to hold on. He might need to get his hands looked at.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. Oh,
That's the
my.
kind of play Ryan Roosevelt usually does make because, you know, that's just him.
He's the playmaker.
I've seen him do some crazy things over the years.
Let's keep it going.
With his hands?
Oh, you know it. And feet. All right. Second to 10. Ooh.
Great catch.
Brant saw Olinger the entire way. He knew where he was going before that ball was snapped. And he shot it. He got it out of there quick. And there it is. Jeremy Olinger with a few catches here in the second half, really kind of showing it made good.
Yeah, it's good to see them getting him involved because, man, he was shut down in the first half. All right, we've got single back jokers. Handoff up the middle, looks like a trap play. Eaten alive by the Nightmares.
Booth Brown, big tackle right there. Can I say those Miami uniforms looking nice and crispy today? That black, blue, and pink. Just
it
not many teams can pull it off, but it really gives a vibe of this Miami atmosphere that we've been experiencing since we've been here.
Yeah, it looks really nice. No!
Huge break up. If they wouldn't have got a hand on it, Olinger was walking into the end zone.
Was that tipped?
That was tipped.
Wow.
I'm almost sure 87 got a hand on it.
What a play. Yeah, that was huge. Here's what I'm thinking if you're Montreal. You want to tie up the game at least. That's a given. I say you run the ball. Give Davis a chance. Run it outside. Give him a chance to break it big. But just take the 3 points. Don't be in shotgun like we are right now. I'm nervous. The last thing we need is one of them INTs.
And they were going for Ryan Roosevelt. And that Miami secondary just shut it down. Gunny Blardsky.
Yeah, good hands by Blutarski. Is that what he said? Blutarski?
Yep, it's Blutarski. I actually pronounced it wrong. Good job. Sorry, too much to drink. And you're going to take the points here. And tie it up with 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lederhosen has an easy one here to tie up the game. Is any kick when you're this close to the Gin Bowl easy?
No, I think now more than ever, it's more nerve-wracking than ever. You know, kickers in this league, some of the best in the world, very rarely miss. But you know that pressure and stuff can do crazy things to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that one was right down the middle. Lederhosen either has no idea what's going on or he's got nerves of steel. I heard he doesn't speak a lick of English.
Nah. I've heard him and owner Colin Pierce pretty much communicate. Colin go kick ball, Lederhosen go kick ball, and that's kind of what they do. Oh, Ryan Roosevelt. Oh, not Ryan Roosevelt. Travis Stafford really almost trying to break one right there. If that last person, special teamer, did not make that tackle, I think he was gone.
Yeah, still a great return, taking it just over the 35-yard line.
Huge.
He was a good returner for the Federals last season and
like
proving to still
I'm pretty
be
sure he has a few return tutties under his belt. So he is very capable of breaking that one. Oh, just a huge overthrow by Wagner. I want to say that Miami receivers ran into each other there. I think there were some communication issues.
Yeah, that looked like it. It looked like Montreal was being uber aggressive on that as well. Had several defenders jumping up towards that ball. So
maybe that speaks to some of the defensive changes Montreal's put into the second half.
ball up the middle of the Shields.
Short gain of 2, stuffed out by Dingle. Really putting his dingle on it and shutting it down.
He's a big fella.
He is a big boy. Heard one of his favorite dishes is, a Montreal staple, poutine.
Oh, yeah.
Loves this stuff. Oh, big pick by Montreal there. Just read it all the way, number 37.
Textbook, baby. Textbook.
It is right. Textbook play.
That's Jeffrey Chin, WVU graduate.
Was in fact.
He's been in Montreal for a while now.
Yeah, Jeffrey Chin moving over to free safety to replace the, Montreal legendary Jinko.
The legend.
Who departed this season.
Stonehands Jinko. Good catch, Ryan.
Chin and Jinko were teammates.
Roommates?
In West Virginia. Yeah.
Great catch by Ryan. He's going to need to keep showing up like
that. I think his first on the day today.
Is it
really?
To
be honest. I really do think so. Not his first target, but I think it's his first catch. He's had an issue with some drops today.
That just goes to highlight the impact this defense has on Montreal right now.
Miami has been all over it. Butler and Jamal Perkins have been all over it in that secondary.
That was Stroker getting up there to catch the ball for the first down, plus some more.
Yeah. Stroker, just a big body right there. Leroy Lucas Grant putting it right where Montreal driving here.
Yeah, as long as they can keep the ball safe, don't make any stupid plays, this could be big for the Berserkers.
Ooh, big sack, our first sack of the game.
Oh, you better get rid of that thing quick.
Yeah, wrapped up as he was getting ready to check down to Allstott.
That's Mal Rivers making the big stop, coming up the middle from the DT position.
The pressure's on.
Oh, just all over him.
Wow.
Leroy Lucas Grant thinking he could get out of it, but blitzed by number 52, Ricky Booth Brown. Booth Brown being all over it. He's had a few tackles for loss and finally gets home with the sack. A big sack lunch for the Miami defense.
Yeah, Montreal needs to be careful here. One more sack like that, they're going to put themselves out of any field goal position.
Yeah. Let's see what Montreal can do to maybe make their field goal a little bit easier for Lederhosen. The pressure was coming. Not a big gain.
Yeah, just gained 1 yard on that play.
This is going to be Lederhosen's longest kick of the day, if they kick it.
Yeah, you would expect a kick here from Lederhosen. I'm going to look and see what his high is.
They are punting.
They're punting? No!
Coconuts on the punt, hoping to pin him deep.
Oh,
Fair
that's
catch
the worst.
on the Miami 12. I don't know why they didn't just kick that ball. I think Lederhosen has the leg to make that kick.
Oh, I hate that.
Poor game management by the Berserkers again. It's reared its ugly head a few times a day, and luckily it hasn't hurt them. But that's not how I do it.
No, that one takes away a possible 3 points.
I feel like Lederhosen, major kicker in NFL Europe, where he was scouted and brought over, had a huge leg, has made some deep balls. I don't know why they don't trust him here, or trusted him there.
Yeah, it beats me.
Spent some time on, in affiliate leagues, time on the former Frankfurt Armada. Great time. Love our European affiliates.
The WFAE.
Hey, there might be something there.
Miami in split back for the first time tonight. And the ball up the middle.
A European franchise hit me up. Big first down run by Shields there. Barely getting it. And again, he's going to feel that. Defense of Montreal laid the lumber.
Yeah, they did, but that's the price you pay for that first down.
It is.
Miami giving themselves some breathing room and a new set of downs.
Ooh,
Good.
Counting a few yards out there on that left end. Good run for about 4. Making it 2nd and 6 on the Miami 26.
What do you call that type of play? That was like what I would call a reverse play action.
Yeah, pretty much. Defense trying to step up, letting them know they're not going to do that to them again. But they, I was about to say, but they do it again. But number 29 for Montreal. Todd Taylor, another WVU graduate, saying not today.
Yeah, that was a big stop by Todd Taylor. Just had one man to beat there to get the easy first down.
Oh my.
That was an easy first down for Stafford.
The defender tried to get up and knock the ball away, but Wagner put it exactly where he needed it to, and Stafford went up and got it. Had a few yards on him, and man, you hate to see it after some tough defense shown by Montreal for Miami just to put it over the top like that.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating if you're a defense going 3 and out and then, or going 2 plays, stopping them, and then getting burnt deep on that third down conversion.
Now Miami instantaneously in Montreal territory. Another catch, number 89, Willis. Out route. They've been living out there in the flats.
They only need a couple here. So let's buckle down, guys.
You got the defense trying to hype each other up. They know what they're capable of, and they're not liking what they're seeing here. See if we get a big stop by the Montreal defense. It looks like Miami's going to try to run it. Let's see if they read it like we do.
Shields taking it outside for a first down.
Montreal defense just not reading it fast enough.
No.
Let's finish this drive.
Oh, and this is dangerous right now for Miami. 4 new fresh downs and just now getting into the red zone.
This is going to take some time off the clock. This drive can easily go deep into the 4th quarter before anything happens, as far as like a touchdown or turnover on, before they give the ball
Surprised
back to Montreal.
by the lack of points in the 3rd quarter.
Me too. You could tell defensive adjustments were made by both teams. And that's how we end it. A big run by not Shields. A big
Maybe
run.
Shields was tired.
I mean, he has been doing a lot.
Might have been
Yeah,
Peyton
that was
Cash.
a big run by Peyton Cash to take us to the 4th quarter. Miami driving on the Montreal 16-yard line. If you're Montreal, all you can hope for is to hold them to 3. And if you're Miami, you want to cash in big in the end zone.
Yep.
Ooh, big stop there. 55, Uzi Dangle.
Good stop there by Dangle. Hitting the hole as soon as he saw that it was a run. Stopping Shields there and preventing 7 points from being scored here on this Miami
You're going to
drive.
have to kick the ball, right? Yep, they're kicking.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I said? Unlike the last, I would have probably gone for it. I like living on the edge. Of course, that's why I didn't go deeper into the playoffs, but I would have gone for it.
Well, you almost took out Montreal last week.
I know. This is I've
2
faced
weeks
this
ago.
team. This team is scary. And, again, not unfathomable, but, man, it's a tough ask for any team.
Had them all the way down to the last couple minutes, Derek.
Yeah, until the last minute. As I've been known in the past, don't really ever last a minute. So it goes to show I've got things to work on.
Endurance is key.
It is. It is indeed. All right. As Montreal goes against the ball, if you're the coach for Montreal, Colin, how are you attacking this next drive?
I think we keep running the ball outside with Bradley Davis. I think that's the key right now to beating this Miami defense.
Okay. I like that. I'd also love to see some Leroy Lucas Grant's runs again. Really caught the defense off guard.
I would prefer not to see that ever again. No, I think that running the ball is smart here, considering you're only down by 3. If you can run the ball, burn most of this quarter up in this drive and get a touchdown, you'll be in good shape.
You're right. You'll be in a good shape. Oof. Weird throw and catch from Grant to Davis. They just didn't seem to be on the same page.
No.
I might have almost preferred Davis to let that go onto the ground for an incomplete. Instead, loss of 2.
Yeah, same here.
All right, here we go again. That's 6 in the box for Miami. Hitting the short curl route to number 82. Stuffed. Looking at a 3rd and 5. Otis
3rd and
Boudreaux,
5. I think that gives some options.
I know. This is a good time for one of my favorite plays of all time. One that I've lived and died by, to be honest.
Yes, it would be a good time for a play like that. However, now is not the time. We should see something going very deep here.
Hey, over the middle.
I'm just as surprised as you are.
Oh, Linger with the shimmy and shake. Said, you forget I was here, baby? Because knock, knock. First down.
Good first down by Montreal with that 90 arrow pass play. Looks like they're sticking the shotgun here.
Back to Olinger, who's getting hot right here, and that's not what you want to see if you're Miami. You do not want this duo to heat up.
No, if you get Olinger and Roosevelt both getting on their game, plus Bradley already running like an animal, that's the last thing you need in the 4th quarter. Montreal staying in shotgun makes me so nervous.
I think Colin Pierce, coach has seen something, and apparently he wants to go right up the middle repeatedly. He had saw something in the Miami defense, and he said, let's go. We're just going to throw it.
But right now it seems to be working for him. I just know Grant's only thrown 1 interception this game, and there's not a whole lot of game left. I am just nervous. I'm sweating, Derek.
It happens. Looks like we're running the ball here, but it does look like Miami's stuffing the box. So we'll see Bradley Davis pushing through to make a gain of about 7. I really didn't think he was going to get that much when you look at how right before the snap, because Miami had that box pretty full.
Yeah, they did. But that is the benefit of having 2 extra blockers in the backfield there on that play. Strong eye spread for Montreal. Grant stepping back. Seeing an out route in Ryan Roosevelt for the first down.
Yeah. Glad to see he held on to that one. He's had a case of the drops today, but nice, easy drop into the basket toss by Leroy Lucas Grant.
Yeah, better than a case of the runs.
Yep. We've all been there. No one wants that.
Looks like we will continue to see Montreal throwing the ball. Check down to Davis.
Check out of Davis. Spin move. Got around one, but stuffed out number the second guy. What they do here, I'm running it because this Miami secondary is capable. Big interception from the red zone.
Yeah, I'd love to see them run the ball. However, I'm not coaching this team apparently. So they're going to be in shotgun on the 9-yard line.
And they're going for it.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
Tipped by that awesome Miami secondary. Why they're challenging them so close to the end zone, I'm not really sure. But, hey, you know what?
I hate this, Derek. If we don't score a touchdown here.
Montreal's been in the Gen Bowl every season they've been in this league. Maybe they say, I know what I'm doing. Watch it.
Maybe so. Shotgun again out of Montreal. Doubles right. Keep your eye on Cooper Stroker here.
Lucas Grant says, give me the ball. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. For the touchdown up the middle.
Otis Boudreaux.
Bro.
Wow.
Spicy like a good gumbo. Notice Boudreaux.
Oh man, that feels good if you're Otis coming back off of that ankle injury or whatever you had earlier this season.
Everyone, Leroy Lucas Grant says, doubt me now. I am him. Who are you? I am, is what we're hearing him yell right now.
And with the PAT from later Hosen, that puts Montreal up by 4. Currently sitting at a total point number of 44. Again, the spread for today's matchup was Miami plus 4.5. It's a close one.
It is. 6 minutes, they could easily still get the over.
Absolutely.
With these two offenses. Ooh. Tried to find a hole on the outside. Closed up real quickly by the Montreal special teams.
And Miami is going to be looking for nothing less than a touchdown on this drive, I would say. I would expect them to be aggressive.
Absolutely.
What a pick!
What a pick! Tip right into the defender's hand. That is not what Miami wants to see. Oh my.
That is huge. What a tip drill there.
Jack
Catch.
Bridges almost taken all the way back. And that's how you read it. Number 30 kept his eyes on it the entire time and almost returned it to the house for a pick six.
The initial tip was number 42. That is Smoochie Wallace. Troy Smoochie Wallace. And just like that, that's a touchdown.
Unlike earlier where Ryan Roosevelt had that same play and ran out on the one, he managed to convert there for the tutty. Great job, Ryan Roosevelt. Old reliable.
Wow, woo, wee, wow, Derek.
Wow, woo. Now, again, still a lot of time on the clock. Do not count this Miami team out just yet.
And now 11 points is not too much if you're Mike Coco and the Miami Nightmares.
Not at all.
Miami has the home field advantage, and you can hear the crowd trying to give them a little bit of energy here in this last quarter of the game.
These Miami fans have been rabid supporters of their team.
How could you not be? They've had a great season. Like we said, ending the season as the number 1 seed, they were 6-1, only lost 1 game. Check down the shelters. Shields, I mean. Not shelters.
All right. As we approach 6 minutes in the game, seems like so much has happened in a really short time, because I feel like we've been plus 6 minutes for a while. So here we go with Miami driving, really needing to get points on the board. Shields up the middle, just not enough for the first down. 3rd and 1. Mike Coco's got to be trying to figure out something to do with his team, really keep that motivation up. Because honestly, up until the last few series, they had the momentum and were seen as the favorite.
Yeah, they did. This is a tough call on 3rd down, too, if you ask me, because Montreal has the ability to have a tackle for loss. Good move.
Good shoot move. And then he does it, just runs out of steam, or that would have been a touchdown. There was no one in front of him, but he gave it his all just to get the first down. Didn't have that breakaway burst that he needed to get the touchdown.
Bold strategy.
Lucky that he didn't, or Montreal would have let up a touchdown. My gosh.
Yeah, that was a great play call. They've ran that play a couple times earlier today for nothing. I mean, that play was not hitting at all, but in that particular case, that was enough to get them a first down plus a few more. Miami now in a hurry to get the ball moving. They're in split back formation. Wagner dropping back to pass, finds the out route, man wide open, runs it out of bounds. A chance to stop the clock, Derek, and regroup for this important 3rd down conversion.
And, yeah, this is important. They need to convert here. Honestly, you got to go for it. Like the great Roman poets used to say, fortune favors the bold. You can't be conservative here. You gotta go for it. And they go for that out route, which they've done all day.
Great catch.
It pays for them. Like, they get what they need to do. Now they're in that no huddle. They're going for it. Almost picked off. Probably should have been. Dingle just fumbling it, but good pass breakup to stop the clock and that Miami drive.
Yeah, Dingle was just as surprised as we were right there to find himself in that situation. Just couldn't finish the job.
Ugh. Hate it when you can't finish.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
All right, Miami, back to the drawing board. Needing points with 4:20 left on the clock on the Montreal 32.
They've got all wide receivers on the field here, Derek.
Yeah, I think they're throwing it. And not where I thought they were going to go, but it gets the first down on the slant ran over the middle. This is a great catch by, I believe, was the tight end.
Yeah, that was an awesome catch. Shook off that defender, too.
Loaded it right there. They are moving, running this 4-minute drill.
Yeah, they are.
To perfection.
What a catch!
My.
They can't miss.
If I'm Coach, I think I don't know if you throw it here. I don't like this. I would have probably called a timeout and regrouped here. This is dangerous. I don't like this. Not smart if you're Miami, but what do I know?
That should stop the clock and give them a chance to think about it.
Yeah, because if I'm them, I'm running it on the Montreal 2. Hey, unless I'm doing a QB sneak, the quarterback's not keeping that ball.
This kind of pickup should be no problem for
I
us.
would have to agree with you. When you're this close to the goal line, the defenders on the opposite team are going to be too bunched up for you to...
This is also 4-down territory. You go
Yeah.
for this if you don't make this right now. If you kick the field goal, I have questions about your management. And again, this is no... What are we doing? I mean, I guess, what do I know? Nope, I do know. Not a good play call.
Here's
I
the
do
thing,
not
Derek.
like that whatsoever.
Here's the thing, Derek. You're only down by 11. If you take the field goal, you're giving yourself a one possession chance.
That's true.
Okay, so I think it is smart to take the 3 points here,
I do not. But
and
what's not
then
smart is
take the
throwing
risk
it.
next time.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's not
true.
smart is throwing it. That
You
was
should
not
have
a,
ran that ball. You should have ran that ball.
yeah.
I mean, he is jacked. Bowman is pumped about making that chip shot of a field goal.
We're gonna have some exciting onside kick action here.
Oh my. Yeah, here we go. It can be converted. It's rare, but it does happen. Oh, right to the guy.
Right to Boudreaux, who's used to catching passes that are thrown terribly.
Yeah, on the hands team there. Not how you want to kick that ball. But here we go with a short field. Again, I think so many things play out here, and I just don't know if some of the Miami play calling leading up to this was the proper way to do it. If we remember, I've been saying settling for field goals is not how you're going to beat this Montreal team, and they've done it more times than I would have liked.
Right.
And now they jump. It's just a
Montreal's
spiral. I have a lot of questions about game management here. Early downs earlier in the game, going for 3 when they probably should have just gone for it. And it's an easy call for Montreal to accept that penalty. 3-5 yards.
and keep the first
Got
down.
the big guy. Yep, and keep the first down. Big guy number 98. Just can't do that. You don't want to hurt your team.
No, it seems like Montreal is going to do the smart play calling here and continue to run the clock down out of this heavy set offense that they've had so much success with today.
They really have. They stuff it out. I mean, did get a gain of nothing. So as good as you could have hoped for Miami, but you are still playing with your backs against the wall because the clock continues to tick. And Miami, and you can tell Montreal's in no hurry. I'm pretty sure they've gone and done some dry cleaning, some other stuff before walking up to the line here. They are just taking their sweet time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to be doing.
Now,
What
that's
a
big
stop.
stuff right there.
Big stuff, definitely pushing them out of field goal position. No chance to score any points on this drive right now. So it does put Montreal in a sticky situation with play calling.
It does.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Montreal coming out in with 90 all slants.
A passing down. Put it in their guy's hand. Leroy Lucas Grant.
And that's a 2-minute warning. Only 2 minutes left to play for the season for at least one of these teams here today.
Boys, we need to stop. Hype it up. Hype it up. All right.
And we most certainly will see a pass from the Berserkers here on 3rd and 8. Grant is looking back against man coverage. Doesn't see anything. He's trying to take off with it.
He stopped him. Oh my, huge sack for Miami.
Oh, now we've got a ball game. Mike Coco, don't say GG's in the chat right now, because what we're going to see next here is a punt and a chance of possession with just under 2 minutes left for Miami. Completely doable. Don't be throwing up your GG's yet, WFA. Coco trying to get a coffin corner. Can he keep it inside the 10?
My.
Great punt by Coco.
Down to Miami 5. So, not impossible. We've seen some deep passes by Miami today. They've got to go 95 yards. Doable.
It's not
Minute
impossible.
46 seconds with 2 timeouts. With how they play the out route, it is 100% possible to do this. The success they've had on the out routes today, which is what they're going to want to be throwing,
is not going to get him there in 2 minutes.
You don't think so?
Not without routes. You need something a little deeper. If they keep hitting those corners they've been hitting with Stafford, then they've got a chance.
Oof, bad dump down there. Loss of 1. Now on the 5. Eek. Again.
Check down again. That one looked like it hurt.
Not what you want to see backed up on your own end zone. 2 dump downs. Only a gain of 4. I don't know why Wagner's choosing to dump it down. Chuck it up and hope for the best at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Miami needs something big to happen here if they want a chance to turn this around. And maybe that's it.
Wide open across the middle of the field.
All right,
Clock's ticking, though. Miami
Still
only has
got-
one
yeah.
timeout. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Miami has 1 timeout. Hit it deep. I probably call the timeout right here, and they do. Right at the 45-yard line. Things get interesting here.
Yes, it does. I don't like this. It's exciting.
This is very exciting. There are a lot of butts sweating in this stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Some sweaty bums in the seats. They've highlighted Travis Stafford, who, if I'm Miami, that's who I'm looking for. And let's see if Montreal's got an answer.
Oh, just knocked up.
I think that ended the game right there. Ooh. They had success on so many other routes. Why you choose to go in the middle in traffic? DeAndre Williams right there to pick it off. Yikes. That's a heartbreaker.
That's going to seal the deal here for Montreal.
Unless there's a catastrophic failure, I think that ends the game. Victory formation. No timeouts for Miami. This is GG's. Well fought by both teams. Oh, a little after the play action right there.
And that's understandable at this point.
I mean, both teams wanted to win. Only one can. And guys put it all out on the line. They gave 110%.
Yeah. We have victory formation for the Berserkers. This will be the last play of the semifinals. And with that kneel there from Leroy Lucas Grant, Montreal will
run out.
Punch their ticket to Jimbo 9. We'll be booking their flights to somewhere in Madagascar.
Some say they like to move it there.
That's the truth.
That is the truth. Well, Colin, what an exciting game. Well fought, hard fought by both teams. I think there were just some clock management and decision-making issues that kind of determined this game. And that's how you have it. Like, because, I mean, if you look at it, pretty pretty even game, except for turnovers. That also the plus minus there in the turnover battle really favored Montreal, and I think sealed the deal for Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Miami showed that they were willing to risk it through the air, but with risk comes 4 interceptions.
It does. Can also come a reward, but not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time. And I think, you know, so now you got to look forward into next, you know, what's next for Montreal, which is either playing the winner of the Cavalry and the Whales, which are another. Again, the road doesn't get any easier because you're going to face another hard team in the Gen Bowl.
Yeah, and more than likely, so if the Cavalry end up winning, they'll be home. If the Whales end up winning, Montreal will get a chance to host. No, it's in Madagascar. Never mind.
Yeah, you're never going to host. You're in Madagascar.
We're never going to host.
Now you might be the quote-unquote home team.
Both
teams travel very well, so it's very likely to be a home game atmosphere for either one of them. But yeah, you're in Madagascar now. No one's home.
Yeah.
We're far from home.
Oh, yeah, real far. Probably the furthest we've traveled for a Gen Bowl.
I'm really wondering how the schedule makers got that one worked out. But, you know, we're not in the front office.
No, me neither. But what I do know is that we're going to start a vaccination clinic tomorrow during game film session. Yeah. So
might need those malaria shots.
Big game tomorrow at 1:30 as Wyoming hosts Boston. Hopefully we'll be having Randy Pierce and Dave Barr in the booth. Dave said he was a little under the weather today, so we'll see how he feels tomorrow. But regardless, we'll have some more live announcing, which I think is fun.
And while we have you on here, you know, I think let's early prediction. Who do you got getting that game before we log off here?
It's so hard to win as the away team. Okay, Montreal pulled it off today, but it is so difficult to win as the away team when you're playing a tough team like the Cavalry. I think Wyoming might come out on top.
I was going to go Wyoming, led by star running back Chris Dixon. I think he stampedes all over the Whales.
Yep. So, all right.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'd love to have you on the next time for the WFA. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.